Hi friends, welcome to Tutor's Funny channel. Today I am going to teach the library management system using Spring Boot application. Okay, this is a complete RESTful API project. You must understand the backend process, how the flow works. Okay, so first you have to, what are the actors inside the system? There is a author. Okay, there is a author of the book. Okay, this is the author of the book. He is a publisher of the book. It's a book. Okay, so book borrower and book fine. Okay, first you have to understand the process of these entities. This called as entities. This called as entities of the library management system. This simple system, you have to understand the scenario well before switching to the our project. Actor who write the book, publish the book, is a publisher. The book has a author ID and publisher ID. After that, borrow book and fine. Right. So first, what you're going to do is first you have to understand the process. First, what you're going to do is I'm going to go to my Spring initializer to configure the project. Spring initializer. Maven Java, you have to select as it is the default one. Okay, so the Maven, the project Java, language Java, you select as it is a project version. Come here, project I'm going to give here as a tutors funny. This is my company name. I have put it tutors funny. This is a library management. So library. I'm going to name as library. Right. So the version I have already installed Java version 17. You have to install them this one 17. Here you have to add the respective dependency. So first I'm going to add as a web, right? JPA. This is the SQL. All the SQL code it will be managed by the JPA repository. This one. This one should be the RESTful API. It managed by the RESTful API. When the URL is coming /add, it will manage by web. When you write the SQL queries, when you insert the record, all things managed by JPA. After that, I'm going to create JPA and this MySQL, which is the driver class. So web JPA MySQL driver, right? So another one you have to write it over here. My Lombok. This one should be managed by the annotation management. We have this one we need for the annotation management we need. Right? These are the four dependency we need to configure in order to do the project. Okay, this is called as a package. Okay, com tutors funny. This is the project name. This is the our group. Okay, the com tutors funny. Okay, this is a domain. So this is your package is created based on your domain. What's the name you are given? These all things are it is created based on the package. You can see here. All right. Now let's click generate. Now your project has been generated successfully. You will be able to see. Go to select this one. Control X to cut off. Go to the F folder. You have to paste it over here. Right click. Extract file. Okay, library. That is a library. So what you are going to do is I already opened up my IntelliJ idea, which for writing the Spring Boot application course. If you are not installed the IntelliJ idea in your project, you have to go to the respective website to download the IntelliJ idea editor because this is the professional editor for the download. Okay, you have to click download. Okay, you go to the respective website and click download and install the particular software in order to write the codes. Right, this is very important stuff. Right, so I already downloaded and installed it. Let's open the file. So go to the open. I have put my folder project into F drive. Go to the F drive. So F drive. Here I'm going to open up my project. So my project is here. What's my project? It's a library management system. So here you have to go to library. Is there? Don't open here. You have to go inside the folder. There will be the another folder here. Don't open this one, this folder. Go inside the folder. There will be the another folder which is the library. You can see here. Okay. Library inside the folder. There is another folder. This folder consists of another folder. Select that particular folder and click OK. Trust project. This window. Right. If you open up the project, the form.xml, what are the dependencies you have given here? This all the dependencies get installed one by one. You can check it. Under the taskbar, you can see resolve the dependency of the library. But what are the dependencies? It will be automatically take care of the form file. It is get installed by the Maven repository and get installed one by one. Okay, you have to wait until the process completed. This is must. Okay. Now it is configured successfully. Now this is the library management system. You have to go to src folder, main, Java. Here this is your package. Now this package, select this package. You can go over here. This is your package which I created. Which you create that package. This one. This is a package you have created. Come to plus funny library. As you can see, this is a package. But go to the form.xml. You have what are the dependencies you are selected. When you configure the project, all the dependencies, the required the dependencies here, you will be able to see the dependencies. You will be able to see the dependencies. Right. So now what we are going to do is here, I'm going to create the folder structure. So select the com.tutors funny library. This is the main file. Okay, you can see if you go inside this file, there is a main method is there. Okay, this is the main method. It's a main file. Select this package. I'm going to create the required packages. New package. First package I'm going to create controller. Okay. Second package I'm going to create a entity. After that I'm going to create a DTO. After that I'm going to create the package which is a repo. Another package I'm going to create a services. These are the required packages I'm going to create. I have created this. These are the required packages for developing a Spring Boot application for library management system. Right. So first go to the entity. Here I'm going to select this one, entity select this one. First I'm going to go for the select the entities. Before that, I'm going to go to the resources folder. There's a application properties. Here you have to configure the projects application. So one thing you have to wait 1 minute. So here you don't need to write this one. I have to given this code, don't worry. So here this one. This is the dependencies. Okay, see this dependency we are not writing. Actually, it's not writing. We just copy and paste this code. Okay, so here this is application properties folder. You have to paste it. Okay, here the application property, the application name which is a library app. Port which I am running of the Spring Boot application, you can give any port. If you want 70, 80, 70, it would be fine. Anything. The first time I'm going to create the database. So I have to create the create. We have when you configure the project, we have added MySQL. So the MySQL driver, which is nothing but com MySQL CJ. This is the new version is implement the MySQL driver. This is the database name which I am going to create the created. So what is the database name I am going to create? GSM library. Right. Whatever name you can, right? So this is the port where my MySQL workbench is running. Okay, so here if you are not yet installed the MySQL workbench, you have to install the MySQL workbench in your machine. This is the MySQL. This is a database management system. This is a database management. Okay, here we have created database. Okay, so we have to install the MySQL workbench, right? So the MySQL workbench, we are not going to create the database. Here the coding wise, we are going to create the database. Now you have, what is the port on your MySQL workbench? It's running on. Okay, so if you have opened the MySQL workbench, it's opening. Still it's opening. You can see the port. What's the port it will be running? That port I am going to give here. Okay, so this is the database I am going to create. So yes, it's not opening. Okay, so this is the username and password. Whatever, while installing the MySQL workbench, I have gave root at 123. This is a root is a username, password is this. This is JPA database configuration. All things here given like this. Okay, simple. This is the task we have done it, right? So that takes some time to load the MySQL workbench. Okay, okay. Later on we have to see. Okay, these are we have created database. Okay, here this MySQL workbench is running. 33306. Here you can see this is the port where it is running. Root, okay. Root is a username. Password is root at 123. This is a password while installing I gave. Database name I have gave this one. Okay. Now let's run the application and check everything working fine or not. This is the first time we have created the database, which name is GSM library. You just copy this, Control C to copy this. Right, it's working successfully. It's working successfully. Now go to here on your left side. You can right side. You can have database. Your database. Here you can click this plus symbol data source. You'll get a MySQL. Here localhost. This is the port where your MySQL workbench is running on. Here you give the MySQL workbench user credential. Root is a username. Password is a root at 123. While I am configuring MySQL workbench, I have given the user is root, password is this. Here what I did here is the all the MySQL workbench database configuration you can easily pull into get into here where IntelliJ idea. There is an option here that all the connection respective connection you are given it is coming here. So your database, what's the database? GSM library, right? Apply. So you test the connection before. Whether it's okay, everything here. Test that here it is working here. If it is failure, there is you're having some problem. If it is succeed, it is working fine. Click OK. Now here the database is there. There is no table, this empty database. Right? You successfully done the up to the database configuration part. Right. Now this is the database we have created. Table we are going to create it in Spring Boot application inside the entity folder. Entity package. There is no folder when you go to the Spring Boot application. So there's a packages. So if you select the entity package, you have new. First you have a Java class. There's a class. This class I'm going to what is the things I'm going to give first one is a author. What's a author? First class author. You are going to implement the annotation entity the table name I am going to give the table name I am going to give an as a author name. Right. Okay, now here, what are the author consists of, what are the things we have? We have author consists of, we need a author ID name. So we have write as private int author ID. After the private string name, which is the author name. These are the two things we have a author is consistent. Okay. So after that, what you're going to do is we have to implement the all things which is a wait 1 minute. We have to add the we have to add it auto increment part and everything. Wait 1 moment. Instead of writing, I have to explain it this one. Don't worry. Right. So here first one, I'm going to type it here this one. Right. Okay. You can see it. Here first one, I'm going to implement the primary key, which is the primary key of the author table. ID is a primary key. Okay. The ID is a primary key. You have to implement the ID. So ID you have to implement the primary key. Look at the annotation. ID as a predefined keyword ID. Second one, we have to implement the auto generate. So how to implement the auto generate part? You have to implement the way look like this way. At generate value, you have to write it over here. Strategy generate type auto. After that column name, you have to write this one author ID. The length I'm going to give as a length 11. That's it. Now the second column I'm going to copy this, paste on below. Second column I'm going to use this one as a name. Length should be, you have to give a name, length should be 100. Okay, right. The simple, we have done simple stuff. Okay, we have done the simple steps. Right, so your length, we have to reduce the 45 is enough. Okay, these are the two columns are there. These two columns, we have to implement the right get and set method and everything you have to implement that. So here how to implement the get and set method. Select this one. First you have to right click, generate. We have to constructor all the values. So hold on shift key down, all the values we need here. This is a constructor. This is a all constructor. The second one is a only this one name only field we needed. That only the name field needed. Okay, so all the alt constructor only the name. After that we have to needed the blank constructor none, the blank constructor. After that we have to generate the right click, generate. We have generate the generate get and set method. Hold on shift key down and select all get and generate the get and set method. Finally right click, generate. We have to generate the now here what I'm going to do is here I'm going to select this one, right click, generate toString method. You have to implement this toString method. Right, you have to implement this toString. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. This is how you have to create the tables. Okay, table. So we have a primary key, auto number generator. This is a column name. This is how we have created the database table column name author ID. This is nothing but the API. This is nothing but the API. This is the column name. The column name consists of the length, right? So the string name. This is the column name of the storing the database table. Column name length should be 45. Right now, let's check it. Let's run and check it. How the thing is working, storing on the database table. So you can easily understand how the thing is going. It's building. My computer is little bit slow, that's why it takes some time. So your computer is working fine, okay? Right, so that's why, okay? Right, so it's working. Now it's running. Now let's check it. Now as you can see here the database is created. The database table is created. You can see here. Here you can see. So all things are done by the Hibernate. The table name author ID, integer, right, not done. It's a length, name is length. Here this one's ID. It's a primary key. With all things are created upon the things you are given, right? So now here you will be able to see all things are created. Right now, here this is your table. Now you have to refresh it here. You have to refresh it here. There is a refreshing button. Now click on this tree. Here there is a table which is authorized created. Go inside. If you double click on this, go inside the folder. You will be able to see the columns. Okay, there is author ID and name. As you given the name here, it has been created the name. What's the name you have given here? The based on the name, it will be created there. Right? So simply you can understand the concept. I hope you guys you have understood so far well. I'll be seeing my next lecture in tech.